Hey everybody, this is Sarah from teachkidstohoop.com and sarahmacjordan.com, and today's video is about frequently asked questions about starting a hoop business. So this question comes from one of my hoop crushes, actually, my friend Kayla Smith. She asks, let's see, there's a few questions that she asked. All right, so as a hoop instructor and performer or hoop maker, what can and can't you write off on your taxes? Are there certain situations where you might not be able to write something off, where in another situation you can, such as being an LLC or registered business versus being an independent contractor? Great question. Other question is, what do you consider expenses to be? As this applies for any kind of hooping job, performing, teaching, and so on. So this is a great question. I also want to let you know that Kayla has a great free tutorial series that's free, and I'm going to put a link to it under this video. And I'm upstairs in my spare room recording, and there's my neighbor's dog barking outside, so I hope you don't mind about that. So, before we get started, when you're an employee and you work for somebody else, you pay taxes first. They're pretty much automatically deducted out of your paycheck. But when you work for yourself or you have a business, you pay yourself first and taxes last. So here's some of the things that you can deduct. I also want to let you know I'm not a tax expert by any means, but when I started my businesses, I learned a lot about this. So you can deduct hoops, costumes, and other supplies, travel and entertainment, even meals. Usually it's 50% of what you spend on meals. Say you have a gig that's 30 minutes away and it just happens to be dinner time, and you go there and eat and meet a friend. If you mention your business, it's a business meal. Education you can deduct. So classes, courses that you want to take, coaching, anything that pertains to your business and moves your business forward. If you are a hooper, going to hoop retreats and events is a deduction. Also, if you do most of your business inside of your home, like working on your blog or making videos, you can even deduct a portion of your mortgage payment. And this is what I do. So it's really important that you educate yourself. And like I said, I'm not a tax expert, but I've read a ton of great books. And here's one that I highly recommend. It's written by Tom Wheelwright, and he works with Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Also a great book, but this one's called Tax-Free Wealth: How to Build Massive Wealth by Permanently Lowering Your Taxes. You could probably read it in a weekend, but it's great, and talks about what you can and can't deduct. And I'm not sure if it's different in every state, but like I said, knowing from my own hoop business, I've deducted all these things and more. So the thing to remember is you can only deduct those only after you legally become a business. And you can do that on LegalZoom.com. It's very easy and a very affordable process, and it will more than pay for itself if you book 1 or 2 gigs or classes. Let's see, what else was I going to say about that? Oh yeah, so if you're an independent contractor, it's not the same thing as legally having your own business. So you would want to become an LLC, which is a limited liability corporation that just protects your assets in case if somebody tries to sue you. Again, I'm not a tax expert. I just know a lot about this stuff from just reading a lot and learning. So Kayla, I hope this answered your question, and everybody else. I hope you enjoyed this quick little screencast, and I hope you don't mind my neighbor's dog. Again, I'm Sarah from teachkidstohoop.com and sarahmacjordan.com. And every week I answer questions in video form and on my blog. So I will see you next week.